Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic, Let's Non-Classic. This is episode number 2647, Doubleshot 2541. Got two DC trades here. First up, from Green Arrow, we have the first trade that collects Joshua Williamson's run for Green Arrow, which first issue came out last year. Now, I initially heard this was going to be a limited series. First, it was 6 issues, and then it's 12, and I guess DC must have realized, though, hey, people like this series. Make it ongoing. Thank you, DC, for doing that. So, here, this book collects the first 6 issues of Green Arrow. I think this is 6, because you have the 4-issue first volume. Second volume was 137. Third volume was 75. 4 was basically... Actually, 4 was 11. 5 was the new 52 round, was 52 issues. 6 was 50. So this is volume 7. So yeah, we have basically a full Arrow family in this book. So, mostly put in this book, Green Arrow is basically missing. His family searching for him. Waller, of course, they mentioned the events of World War III, where she was there, but then she's back on Prime Earth. And there's also with the basically the mentions of Dark Crisis, where Harper was a Black Lantern, but he came back anyways. So, in the very first issue, by the way, the image that was released for the first issue when the issue was first announced, this is the cover that I think everybody saw here. And on this cover, we see Green Arrow, his girlfriend Black Canary, she was his wife, Connor Hawke, his son, Roy Harper, I believe this was be John Diggle, Red Brick, Peacemaker, you have a question what the heck he's doing here, Red Arrow, Mia Dearden, who's not in this book yet, this new girl, I think a lot of people suspect that was supposed to be Ray Canary. We have this girl here who was actually Leanne Harper, Roy's son. And who is this other person next to her? I don't know. We also have Count Vertigo and Merlin the Archer. Also, P is supposed to be here too. It's actually a really good cover. So Oliver Queen is on this mysterious island. Oh crap! He's like, not again. And of course they reference. By the way, I love this interior artwork, which is done by the artwork who does this is Sean Kissa. Phil Holster does it. Just fix the issue, which he actually was the artist for Joe Winnick's one for Green Arrow, and the Perks. The cover right here, the one you see in the collection, it's Sean Kazay and Ramon Fajero Jr., who was the colorist. Island, which is a weird other dimension. So he references time as Green Arrow. And then we go straight to present day where we have Roy, Black Canary, and Connor just running across the dimension about the whole thing with Justice League. Oh, and here's something you would never see in the New 52 era. Why? It's basically Black Canary in a pre-Flashpoint attire along with Green Arrow. It's like basically Williamson basically just, well, this is kind of something he kind of did basically where everything is now canon, including his attire. I think some people missed the pre-Flashpoint stuff, missed this attire for Black Canary. And of course, Green Arrow's Valkyrie beard. So they see Cheshire Cat. Turns out she's Leanne, who's aged up. Somehow she's alive. By the way, the person responsible for bringing her back is not Williamson. He is responsible for uniting with Roy. So, the person responsible for this is Ram V. Yep, this happened in the pages of Catwoman. Yep. So, reunite, the family kept it together, and then she gets teleported. And then she's attacked by freaking manhunters. Oh, by the way, Connor disappears too. And then we see future Green Arrow. Yep, and they have another area. And of course, Roy basically in bed. I was like, oh, don't stop it, Diana. Wasn't gonna. Yep, so... Yeah. And then Green Arrow basically deals with some aliens. Which is interesting. And they joke about Chainsaw Air, which is so funny. And of course, there's a big bell from wondering where Amanda Waller is. And then we see Peacemaker and a female Peacemaker. Yes, Peacemaker last appeared in Robbie Thompson's Suicide Squad book. Yep, so... And then Williamson brings in the League of Superheroes, and Connor is a member. I should point out, though, this is actually the Bendis version of League of Superheroes. My friend Tivia does not like the series that these versions came from because he thought this group... Now, this is his opinion anyways. He thought it was boring. He was not a fan of it at all. I liked it, though when we could tell this is Bendis' League of Superheroes is the fact that Lightning Lad is black. Yep, that was something Bendis did. He also attempted to force a romance between John Kent and Saturn Girl. You know, Saturn Girl, the woman who's supposed to be with, of all people, Lightning Lad. Yep. So yeah, reunited with Connor. Yeah, but by the way, when he basically apologizes for not being there for him. Of course, he got Connor, and then he remembers Connor. Which, fun fact, Williamson basically brought in Connor Hawk. When I mentioned this to him about Connor Hawk, the fact that, now, he had probably assumed that Chuck Dixon created Connor Hawk because he wrote the time when he wrote the book. I had to politely correct him. He didn't know this at all. He had no idea that Kelly Pudick created Connor Hawk, not Chuck Dixon. He's like, oh, okay. He seemed quite surprised about that, but he wasn't upset with me about that at all. No, I just knew it. Yeah, then while basically Black Canary and Roy Harper fighting the Peacemakers, they run into Count Vertigo. Okay, Count Vertigo, a character who had a redesign for New 52 on the Jeff Lemires run, and kept that look even when he popped up in Justice League. And then when Percy wrote him, they changed his look. And it seemed like they implied that they ignored the previous appearances of him in the previous volume, which is weird. Now, why in the world they changed his look, I have no idea. If it may have been Percy, maybe he'll have the answer, but yeah, so I have to deal with, well, Count Vertigo. Yep. And deal with stuff related to lead superheroes. And then, this is weird, Oliver runs into Parallax Hal Jordan. And here's a fun fact for you. Prior to this very comic book, guess what comic was the last book he appeared in? This might shock you. Green Lantern Volume 5, Issue 50. The third and last issue arrived in his time when he wrote the book before he relaunched as Hal during Green Lantern Corps. That was the last time he appeared. I should point out the book came out in 2016. This book came out last year. Yes, last year. So this was the first time in 7 years that he appeared. Yes. Why is he here? To mess basically with Oliver's head. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the whole thing with Star City. Now, there's no mention of Ben Percy's time in the book here. Nope. It's like, now, I do not think this is Williamson doing this at all. We're ignoring the fact that Star City in the New 52 continuity was actually originally Seattle. Yes, the city of Seattle became Star City. That was something that was established because of a group known as the Knife Circle. And my guess is because Ben Percy jumped ship to DC, this is my personal theory of why in the world that there's no mention of the fact that Star City was Seattle here. Like, there's nothing referencing it at all. My personal guess is he must have had an edict from editorial not to mention anything related to Ben Percy, and this one goes awesome. So, eventually, after dealing with Parallax, then by issue 6, we see the various Green Lanterns over the years. Of these Green Lanterns, let's see. The one in the middle, that is post-crisis Green Arrow. This is Golden Age Green Arrow. And this one here, that's the look he had during the Joe Winnick run. This one is from New 52. The brown look, I'm not sure where that's from. And the bearded one, I believe it's from Dark Knight Returns, but great cover, Phil Holster. And mostly it's basically, in this final issue, this book, just, well, Justice League, just mostly put Green Arrow counting various versions of himself, which I think is awesome. And then by the end of the book, oh, by the way, he runs into Malcolm Merlin, who's still got the scarred face. Yeah, that was something that was established in the Ben Personal, because they remember this, but not the Knife Circle stuff. Nope, don't mention Knife Circle for some reason. Yeah, then the book ends with all reunited with Black Canary. And look like there's some stuff teasing with like Doomsday. Yes, Doomsday. And of course, an island. And of course, Roy is with someplace else, where he's being shot at. And then Waller appears in the book, setting up the very next story arc. Yep. Really good stuff here. Love this book. Give this book a 10 out of 10. Alright, next up we have is Batman One Bad Day, Two-Face. Excuse me. Fun fact about this book. Prior to getting this trade from the library, never read these books. Nope, because they're one-shot graphic novels, and I just didn't want to read them at the point. I didn't really want to get my physical hands on them, per se. So this book is on Marco Tamakagi. This is Two-Face. The story of this one is called A Great Man. The artwork is by Javier Fernandez. It's a one-shot. Yep, it's a one-shot. By the way, love this page here with the red, where the coin is in red. This is probably a nod. This is just my opinion. I think the artist is making a nod to an issue of Batman and Robin when it was known as Batman Two-Face. Mostly put it just Two-Face. It's all about him, this whole book. And the big story for this book is that he is trying to prepare for his father's 88th birthday. Now you're probably thinking, okay, how old is Harvey if his father's turning 88? Excuse me. It stands to reason that Harvey might be about 50. But also, they have a guest appearance in this book by Mayor Kana, who's been the mayor of Gotham City since James Tynion's run, which I'm glad Tamakagi remembered that because she wrote Detective. And the book basically feels like a continuation of her book, and just also love this interior artwork that the artist does for the Batcave. It is so awesome. I always love seeing two-page spreads to the Batcave. We see various Batmobiles. Yes, the Tumblr is here. But yeah, anybody in the comments below, feel free to point out what Batmobiles see besides Tumblr. I mean, that's obviously a Tumblr right there. But that's what he's there to. Feel free to put it in the comments below. Of course, yes, the dinosaur's there along with, well, I'm sure probably Joker Card's not far behind, but it's well shadowed. Yeah, then of course we have stuff with Robin. Also, here's somebody who a lot of writers easy to forget exists currently. Stephanie Brown! Batgirl! Why do I say that? Because name a current book right now she's featured in. This is probably her first appearance that she's appeared in since the end of Batgirls. Yes, seriously. Which I've heard a rumor the reason why these acts to the book because they dare mention in the book that Stephanie and Tim broke up. That's the reason why it ended. That's a rumor I've heard. I've never heard it proven. Let's have my father Clue Master in here. Just all in all, really good book. Also, Cassie Kane in this book, which is awesome. It's actually undercover. Plus, I love the fact that Marco basically even features her in the book, which is amazing. Yeah, there's also talk of, photography fixed his face. But despite that, the book itself was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, by the way, I'm giving this book roughly a 9 out of 10. I do not agree with the opinion that Margaret Tamakagi is an okay writer. I think she's a really good writer. It's just that people don't give her a chance. That's just the problem with some people. It's like they don't trust her with basically as a writer for an ongoing series. They thought that the Shadow of Bat stuff was too long. I liked the Shadow of Bat story. I thought it was really good. You could say this book is in addition to her Detective Comics run. That's all I put anyways. But this one, like, focusing on Two-Face, he does appear a lot in the book. It's also Batman's here too. But you at least also, like I mentioned, gotta give praise to the fact that she features a character like no writer DC right now wants to put her in a book currently because of stupidity. That being Stephanie Brown. Yep. But not much else to say about this book. I like it. How do you feel about these two books? Please feel free to list in the comments below. Also, please be sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and do Tales of Rings, okay? So, bye.